have two versions of balance. The first balance is your own balance, when you stay on your own feet and you do not depend on the weight of your partner. And the second version is a couple balance, when you put your weight and you kind of go through each other and you're connected, but it's not heavy. Not everyone uses a couple balance, especially in WDC Federation. That's why let's start from the own balance, because it's the most basic thing and it's the most important. I want to give you a couple useful exercises that can help you. Let's start. Let's go to the wall and try this exercise. The distance between the wall and your feet should be half of your foot. You bend your knees, and then you need also to check that you touch with the hip this wall. So it's not like this, that only your knees are touching, but also your thigh is stretched and everything is touching until your sternum. That's the perfect way to feel how much weight you need to move forward. Because if you will do a little bit bigger step from the wall and then go forward, right now you lean on this wall. And how you can check? I tried to put my weight backward again. I will use my upper part of the back to move my weight. That means that I will lean on my partner.
Don't lean on me like that.
Let's do it again. Like this, okay? If I have the right distance, I can bend my knees, I can stay in my own balance, and I can easily go to the straight legs and to the bend again, okay? But if I go close to the wall, you see that I can't bend my knees, I can't stretch my thigh, I just stay on the fully straight legs. And for ballroom, it doesn't work. The other exercise that you can try, you can go on the ball of the foot. Also check first of all that you have half foot distance. Go on the ball of the foot, and right now you have fully straight knees. But in ballroom we have always soft knees. So bend your knees, okay, and feel that you stretch your thigh. And if you're using your upper part of the back like this, because you don't have any choice, you already lean on the wall, that means that you went too far. If you can easily straighten up your knees again, and you see I engage only my legs, so that means that you find a round proportion. Look at when I do this wrong, you see I use the top of my head and then I stretch only knees.
Oh, it doesn't look good.
Okay, let's try this with partner. So we go close to each other, and here imagine that we have a wall between us. Remember we did an exercise close to the wall and we measured the half of your feet. So measure the half of your feet, and guys also do the same, and here that will be our checking point. Open the one leg to the side, and then you need to go and check this level works for you or not. Give the weight together, and right now I see that we use a couple. I feel that I will use a couple balance because I'll kind of need to use a little bit of my upper back to go. In this case, with our proportions, we need to go even closer. So let's measure a quarter feet in this case. Move your feet upper part. I need to go to the side, okay girls? So don't stay in front of him. The legs should go my left, then his right, my right, and this his left. And then we go and we meet here in between. And then we can check. Straighten up your knees and go backward again. And you see, right now we can do this easily and not use our upper part of the back. But if we will go further, in this case we have a couple balance. Yeah, in a couple in WGSF does like this, but I not recommended this for you. I recommend for you to start from your own balance, and then when you will be very advanced you can decide what works better for you, especially if it takes in which federation you are dancing. Then when we came here, then we can check how we're working together. So we can shift our weight to the right, to the left, and then also turn. So guys, decide whether we turn in or not, and here we need to find this gold middle, okay? So if we are leaning on each other, that's too bad, because okay, maybe we can shift our weight to the right, to the left, but when we will already start to dance, it's gonna be super hard because we will be pushed to each other. And the other way, if we're touching barely each other, and when the guy moves, okay, I lost him. The other thing that you can do, go to the ball of the foot, and right now, okay, we have straight knees. Then measure or like a half foot or a quarter foot. You need to measure what works better for you. Then bend your knees, and right now you see we have stretched thighs, so it's not like we're sitting on the toilet, and we're connected together. Then everything that you need to do, just put the heels on the floor, but still be connected. So you're not changing anything in your pelvis, in your thigh, in your knees, and then you can go again. So that can work everywhere. So for example, let's do the full frame. You go to the ball of the foot, check that you stay on your own foot, go to the right, go to the left, and then you can start to dance your own routine. So the next exercise will be for you, try to dance the whole routine like that, when the one person is holding around and the other person is just putting arms on the side or like down. Then you can switch the roles, and then you can try to do some moves even without arms. So for example, let's try to do small box. And 1, 2, 3, 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 and 1, 2, 3. This exercise is not good everywhere in all cases. It's very good exercise in order to feel that you really have a connection and that you wait for that partner.
I am waiting.
For the leading partner, because who's making a step forward is the leading partner. That's not the best exercise if you want to feel your own balance, because you kind of can exaggerate and start to push to each other. Okay, so pick your exercise really carefully. So I think when you switch the roles, one partner they're holding around and then you do the opposite, that's a good one. And when you dance both without arms, that's a really also good exercise, but in other cases. Let's show you the difference. We'll kind of lean on each other a little bit, okay, and let's move. Let's do the small box. Oh, not the good one. The other one, where we barely touch each other and when we don't have a one connection with each other. Okay. And the third one you already see. If we give an example using our arms and we're both leaning on each other and pushing too much, and one person will take away his arm, let's do this. Okay, so I just was dependent on his pushing, okay? I was dependent on his arms, that's why I lost my balance. Then the next one, if you're like barely touching each other and for example, partner decided to move somewhere, I would just try to follow him, but you see it doesn't work well. And the last one, when we give information to each other, I can say that we feel that we push, but it's not like we're leaning on it. And then we move this arm together, but if he will take away his arm, you see, I still stay in the same moment. I'm not like falling somewhere, okay? So that's a perfect balance for you. Do you have this problem that when you make a frame, the girl stays in front of you, or even if she's not staying in front of you, you have kind of circle frame and it's not sharp? If you're interested in how to fix that, go ahead and subscribe and wait for my next videos. That was Elena Dolmen. Thank you for being with me. Love you. Bye.